Aries, a new standard for love is being set. Don't ignore this. Something is shifting in your love life right now, and if you have been feeling it, even just a whisper of it, then you already know this message was meant for you. Aries, love is about to look very different for you, not because someone new is necessarily walking in tomorrow, although that may happen, but because you are changing. You are changing what you accept. You are changing what you expect. And most importantly, you are changing what you believe you deserve. For a long time, you gave your heart freely. You gave it to people who did not match your fire. You gave it to situations that made you feel small. You stayed longer than you should have because you confused loyalty with love. But something inside you has cracked open. Something ancient and powerful has woken up. And now, you are standing at the edge of a brand new chapter. One where love does not drain you. One where love does not confuse you. One where love actually feels like peace. That is what this video is about. Today, we are going to talk about the new standard you are setting for love. We are going to talk about why this moment matters more than you think. We are going to explore the signs, the patterns, and the inner shifts that are preparing you for a kind of love you have never experienced before. And I need you to stay with me until the very end, because the final message in this video is the one your soul has been waiting for. So take a deep breath, settle in, and let us begin. Tip 1. You are no longer willing to beg for what should be freely given. There was a time in your life, and you know exactly what I am talking about, when you would chase love. You would run after people who were already walking away. You would send the extra message. You would make the extra effort. You would bend yourself into shapes that did not even resemble who you truly are, just to keep someone close. And every single time you did that, a little piece of your spirit faded. Not because love is wrong. Love is never wrong. But because the version of love you were chasing was not real. It was a shadow. It was an illusion dressed up in pretty words and empty promises. And deep down, you always knew. You always felt the imbalance. You always sensed that you were giving more than you were receiving. But you stayed anyway, because that is what Aries does. When you love someone, you love hard. You love with everything you have. You throw your whole heart into the fire and hope the other person catches it before it burns. But here is the truth that is settling into your bones right now. You are done begging. You are done asking for the bare minimum and calling it enough. You are done lowering your standards just so someone else can feel comfortable while you feel empty. This shift did not happen overnight. It has been building for months, maybe even years. Every disappointment, every broken promise, every moment when you cried alone wondering why love felt so hard, all of that was preparing you for this exact moment. The moment when you finally say, no more. Not with anger, not with bitterness, but with a quiet certainty that comes from knowing your own worth. You are setting a new standard now, and that standard says, I will no longer beg for what should be freely given. Attention, affection, honesty, consistency. These are not luxuries. These are the bare foundation of any love worth having. And you are finally ready to stand on that foundation and refuse to settle for anything less. This is not arrogance. This is not ego. This is a woman, a man, a soul who has been through enough to know the difference between being loved and being tolerated. And you are choosing love, real love, the kind that does not make you question your value every single day. Tip 2. The old patterns are breaking apart, and that is a good thing. You might be feeling a little unsettled right now. Maybe relationships that used to feel stable are starting to feel shaky. Maybe friendships that lasted years are suddenly feeling hollow. Maybe you are looking at your past and wondering how you ever accepted so little for so long. And I want you to know, that is not a sign that something is wrong. That is a sign that something is very, very right. When you begin to raise your standard for love, the old patterns have to break. They have to, because those old patterns were built on a version of you that no longer exists. Think of it like a house. If the foundation is cracked, you cannot just paint the walls and pretend everything is fine. You have to tear it down. You have to rebuild from the ground up. And that is exactly what is happening in your emotional life right now. The old way of loving is being dismantled. The old way of relating to others is being questioned. The old stories you told yourself about what you deserve, those are being rewritten. And yes, It is uncomfortable. Change always is. Growth always comes with growing pains. But on the other side of this discomfort is a version of your love life that you have only dreamed about. A version where you do not have to fight for attention. A version where your presence is valued. Not just when it is convenient, but all the time. A version where your heart feels safe enough to be fully open. I know it can be scary to let go of what you know. Even if what you know is painful, at least it is familiar. But familiar is not the same as good. Comfortable is not the same as fulfilling. And you, Aries, were not born to live a small life wrapped in the safety of what you already know. You were born to blaze trails, to pioneer new ways of being, to lead by example. And right now, you are leading yourself into a new chapter of love. One where the patterns that once held you back are no longer welcome. One where you are brave enough to say, "This does not work for me anymore, and I am ready for something better." Trust the breaking. Trust the crumbling. Trust the chaos, because underneath it all, something beautiful is being born. Tip 3. Your energy is becoming a filter, and it is working perfectly. Here is something most people do not understand about the way energy works in relationships. When you change your frequency, when you shift the way you feel about yourself, the people around you either rise to meet you or they fall away. There is no middle ground. And right now, Aries, your energy is doing exactly that. It is becoming a filter, a natural, effortless filter that is sorting through every connection in your life and deciding what stays and what goes. You do not even have to do anything dramatic. You do not have to have big confrontations or send long messages or make grand declarations. All you have to do is continue being the person you are becoming. Continue setting your standard. Continue honoring your own worth. And watch what happens. The people who are meant to be in your life will adjust. They will step up. They will match your energy and meet you where you are. And the people who cannot, or will not, they will simply drift away. Not with a fight, not with a scene. They will just slowly fade into the background of your life. And here is the part that might surprise you. You will not miss them the way you thought you would. Because when you are standing in your truth, when you are fully aligned with what you deserve, the absence of the wrong people does not feel like loss. Feels like freedom. Feels like breathing room. Feels like finally, having space for the right things to come in. Your energy is your greatest asset in love. Not your appearance. Not your accomplishments. Not even your words. It is the way you carry yourself. It is the vibration you emit when you walk into a room. It is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who you are and refusing to apologize for it. And that energy, the energy you are cultivating right now, is magnetic. It is drawing toward you the kind of love that matches who you are at your deepest level. So do not fight this process. Do not try to hold on to people who are being filtered out. Do not chase what is walking away. Let your energy do what it was designed to do. Let it clear the path. Let it make room. Let it prepare the ground for the love that is already on its way. If this message resonated with your sign, trust me, it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birthday in the comments. Let us now continue with our video. Tip 4. You are learning that real love does not require you to shrink. One of the most painful things about your past relationships, whether they were romantic or not, is how often you made yourself smaller so that other people could feel bigger. You dimmed your light. You held back your opinions. You softened your fire. Not because you wanted to, but because you learned early on that your intensity could be too much for some people. And so you adjusted. You adapted. You became a quieter, more manageable version of yourself. But that version was never the real you. And keeping her, keeping him, keeping that soul locked away, it cost you more than you realize. Cost you joy. Cost you authenticity. It cost you the deep, soulful connections you were always meant to have. Because here is the truth. The right person will never ask you to shrink. The right love will never require you to be less than you are. In fact, the right love will celebrate every part of you that the wrong people tried to silence. Your passion, your fire, your honesty, your intensity, your ability to love with everything you have and then some. These are not flaws. These are gifts. And the new standard you are setting for love includes one very important rule. I will never again make myself smaller so that someone else can feel comfortable. This is a radical declaration for someone who has spent years adjusting themselves to fit into spaces that were never meant to hold them. But you are done with that now. You are done shrinking. You are done apologizing for being too much. You are done trying to fit into boxes that were designed for people with smaller spirits than yours. From this moment forward, you take up space, all the space you need. And anyone who cannot handle that, anyone who looks at your fullness and feels threatened, they are simply not your person. Your person will stand beside you in awe. Your person will be inspired by your fire, not intimidated by it. Your person will look at you in all your blazing glory and say, "There you are. I have been waiting for someone exactly like you." That is the love you are making room for. That is the standard you are setting. And it is going to change everything. Tip 5. Silence is teaching you more than words ever could. Right now, there may be a lot of silence in your love life. Maybe someone has gone quiet. Maybe you are the one who stopped reaching out. Maybe there is a gap, a space, a pause that feels uncomfortable and strange. But I want you to listen to what the silence is telling you, because silence is not emptiness. Silence is one of the most powerful teachers you will ever encounter. In the silence, you hear your own thoughts more clearly. In the silence, you feel your own emotions without the distraction of someone else's energy. In the silence, you discover what you truly want, not what you have been conditioned to accept. Most people fill silence with noise. They fill it with texts and calls and endless scrolling and anything, to avoid being alone with their own heart. But Aries, you are brave enough to sit in the silence and listen. And what you are hearing is changing you. You are hearing the voice of your own intuition, the one you ignored so many times before. You are hearing the truth about what you really need in a partner. You are hearing the gentle whisper of the universe telling you, wait, be patient. What is coming is worth the wait. The silence is not punishment. The silence is preparation. It is giving you the clarity you need to recognize real love when it finally shows up. Because if you are constantly surrounded by noise and chaos and emotional drama, you will not be able to hear love knocking at your door. You will be too distracted, too overwhelmed, too caught up in the patterns of the past to notice the miracle standing right in front of you. So honor the silence. Sit with it. Let it wash over you like water. Let it cleanse you of everything that does not belong. Let it sharpen your instincts and quiet your fears and remind you that being alone is not the same as being lonely. Being alone right now is sacred. It is powerful. It is purposeful. And it is leading you somewhere extraordinary. Tip 6. The universe is watching how you treat yourself. Here is something that will change the way you think about love forever. The universe does not send you the love you want. The universe sends you the love you believe you deserve. Read that again in your mind. Let it sink deep, because if you are treating yourself with neglect, if you are speaking to yourself with cruelty, if you are ignoring your own needs while bending over backward for everyone else, then you are sending the universe a very clear message. You are saying, I am not worth much, and the universe, which always responds to your energy, will match that belief. It will send you people who treat you the way you treat yourself. It will bring you situations that mirror the level of care you give to your own heart. But the reverse is also true. When you begin to treat yourself with tenderness, when you start honoring your own boundaries, when you start speaking to yourself with the same love you give to others, the universe takes notice, and it begins to rearrange things. It begins to shift the pieces on the board. It begins to bring you people and opportunities and connections that reflect the new standard you are living. Not just hoping for, but actually living. This is why self-love is not just a nice idea. It is not just a phrase you put on a coffee cup or a social media post. Self-love is the foundation of every great relationship you will ever have. Because you cannot attract what you do not embody. You cannot call in deep, genuine, lasting love if you are still treating yourself like an afterthought. So I want you to pay attention to how you speak to yourself today. Pay attention to the thoughts you have when you look in the mirror. Pay attention to whether you are prioritizing your rest, your joy, your peace, because every act of self-care is a prayer. Every act of self-love is a signal to the universe that says, I am ready, I am worthy, send me what matches this frequency. And when you live like that, when you truly embody that standard, love does not just find you, it runs to you. Tip 7. Forgiveness is not about them, and it never was. There might be someone from your past who still carries weight in your heart. Someone who hurt you. Someone who betrayed your trust. Someone who made you question whether love was even real. And you have been carrying that pain. Maybe for months. Maybe for years. It has become so familiar that you barely notice it anymore. But it is there, sitting in your chest like a stone, coloring every new connection with shades of doubt and suspicion. And I want to tell you something that might be hard to hear, but it is said with the deepest love. You need to forgive them, not for their sake, not because they deserve it, not because what they did was acceptable. You need to forgive them because carrying that weight is blocking the very love you are trying to call in. Forgiveness is not about saying what happened was fine. It is about saying, I refuse to let what happened keep defining my future. It is about setting down the burden so your hands are free to receive what the universe is trying to give you. Think about it this way. If you are holding on to anger with both fists clenched tight, how can you possibly receive the gift that is waiting for you? You cannot. Your hands are full. Your heart is full of resentment and pain and old stories that no longer serve you. Forgiveness is the act of opening your hands. It is the act of releasing the grip. It is the most courageous thing a person can do, because it means choosing freedom over familiarity. And you, Aries, you are one of the bravest signs in the entire zodiac. You have the fire, you have the courage, you have the strength to look at your past, acknowledge the pain, and say, I am letting this go, not because it did not matter, but because my future matters more. So today, right now, even if it is just a whisper in your heart, begin the process of forgiveness. Not all at once, not perfectly, just begin. And watch how quickly the universe responds when you finally set that weight down. If this message resonated with your sign, trust me, it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal. And you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birthday in the comments. Let us now continue with our video. Tip 8. The right person will feel like home, not like a battlefield. You have spent so much of your life in love stories that felt like wars. The constant battles, the arguments that went in circles, the silent treatments that lasted days, the making up and breaking down and building back up just to watch it all crumble again. That was not love. That was survival. And you, Aries, you are so strong that you survived beautifully. But surviving is not the same as thriving. And now, with the new standard you are setting, you are finally making space for a love that feels like home. Not a perfect home. Not a home without any mess or noise or imperfection. But a home where you feel safe. A home where you can take off your armor. A home where you do not have to guard your heart every single second of every single day. Can you imagine what that feels like? To be with someone and not be bracing for the next fight? To wake up next to someone and feel peace instead of anxiety? To know, deep in your bones, that this person is for you, and they are not going anywhere? That kind of love exists. It is real, and it is closer than you think. But you will never find it if you keep choosing the battlefield. You will never find it if you keep mistaking intensity for intimacy, or drama for depth. The right person will not make your heart race with fear. They will make your heart rest with trust. The right person will not keep you guessing where you stand. They will make it so clear that you never have to wonder. The right person will not be another chapter in a book of heartbreak. They will be the beginning of an entirely new story. A story where love is steady, where love is kind, where love is everything you always wanted but never quite believed was possible. Believe it now, because it is coming. And when it arrives, you will know. Your whole body will know. Your whole spirit will exhale and say, finally, this is what I have been waiting for. Tip 9. You are not starting over, and you are starting from strength. One of the biggest fears you might be carrying right now is the fear that you are starting over, that everything you have been through was wasted time, that you are back at square one with nothing to show for it. But that could not be further from the truth. You are not starting over. You are starting from a place of incredible strength. Every lesson you learned, every heartbreak you endured, every tear you shed in the dark when no one was watching, all of that built you. All of that shaped you into the person you are today. Person with wisdom, person with depth, a person who knows exactly what they want because they have experienced exactly what they do not want. That is not starting over. That is starting from a position of power. You have knowledge now that you did not have before. You have boundaries now that you did not have before. You have clarity now that would have been impossible without the journey you have walked. So do not look at this new chapter as a regression. Look at it as an evolution. You are not going backward. You are going deeper. Deeper into self-understanding. Deeper into emotional maturity. Deeper into the kind of love that can only exist between two people who truly know themselves. Every experience you have had, even the painful ones, especially the painful ones, was preparing you for this moment. This moment when you stand at the threshold of something new and say, I am ready, not because I am perfect, not because I have it all figured out, but because I have done the work. I have walked through the fire, and I am still standing. That is your power, Aries. That is the energy you bring into every new connection. The energy of someone who has been tested and refined and polished by life itself. Someone who does not just hope for love but commands it by the sheer force of their presence. You are not starting over. You are rising up. And the view from up here, trust me, is going to take your breath away. Tip 10. Trust the timing even when it tests your patience. I know this is the hardest part. The waiting, the not knowing, the feeling of being ready for love while love seems to be taking its sweet time arriving. Aries, you are not known for your patience. You want things now. You want things yesterday. When you decide you are ready for something, you expect the universe to deliver it on your timetable. But the universe operates on its own schedule, and its timing, though it may frustrate you, is always perfect. Think about all the times in your life when something arrived at exactly the right moment. Not a second too soon, not a second too late. You could not see it at the time, but looking back, you realize that every delay, every detour, every seemingly endless period of waiting was leading you to something better than you could have planned for yourself. The same is true right now. The love you are calling in, the love that matches the new standard you have set, it is being prepared, not just for you, but also the person who will share it with you. They are going through their own transformation right now. They are shedding their own old patterns. They are learning their own lessons. They are becoming the person who is worthy of standing beside you. And when you finally meet, when your paths finally cross, it will all make sense. Every tear, every heartbreak, every lonely night, every moment of doubt, it will all make sense because it will have led you to each other. So do not rush this. Do not try to force it. Do not settle for something mediocre just because the waiting feels unbearable. You have come too far to accept anything less than extraordinary. And extraordinary takes time, takes patience, takes trust. Trust the timing. Trust the process. Trust the universe that has never once forgotten about you. Because the love you are waiting for is also waiting for you. And when it arrives, you will understand why it was worth every single moment of the wait. Tip 11. This new standard is not just about romance. Before we close, I want to make sure you understand something important. The new standard you are setting for love, it does not just apply to romantic relationships. It applies to everything. It applies to how your family treats you. It applies to how your friends show up for you. It applies to how you engage with your own inner dialogue. It applies to the energy you allow into your home, your workspace, your daily life. Because love is not just something that happens between two people in a romantic relationship. Love is the fabric of your entire existence. And when you raise the bar in one area, it naturally rises in all the others. You will start noticing when a friend consistently cancels on you. You will start paying attention when a family member dismisses your feelings. You will start catching yourself when your own thoughts become critical and unkind. And instead of accepting these things as normal, you will gently but firmly say, "This does not meet my standard anymore." That is not being difficult. That is not being high maintenance. That is being someone who has done the inner work and refuses to go back to the old way of being. And the people who truly love you, the people who are meant to be part of your new chapter, they will respect that. They will admire it. They might even be inspired by it. Because when one person raises their standard, it gives everyone around them permission to do the same. You are not just changing your own life right now, Aries. You are changing the lives of everyone who watches you walk this path. You are proving that it is possible to demand better without demanding perfection. You are proving that standards and softness can coexist. You are proving that the strongest thing a person can do is know their worth and live accordingly. So carry this new standard with you everywhere you go. Let it guide every decision. Let it inform every relationship. Let it be the quiet flame that burns in your heart and lights the way forward. You have earned this. You have fought for this. And now, it is yours. Aries, I want you to close your eyes for just a moment. Take the deepest breath you have taken all day. And as you exhale, release every doubt, every fear, every question about whether you are worthy of the love you desire. You are worthy. You have always been worthy. The only thing that has changed is that now, you finally believe it. And that belief, that unshakable knowing, is what will transform everything. The new standard you have set is not a wall to keep love out. It is a door that only opens for the right love. The love that honors you, the love that sees you, the love that matches the fire in your soul with a warmth that never burns out. That love is real. That love is coming. And you, beautiful Aries, are more ready for it than you have ever been in your entire life. Trust yourself. Trust your journey. Trust the love that is already written in the stars with your name on it. And remember, you did not come this far just to come this far. The best, the very best, is still ahead, and it is going to be magnificent. If this message resonated with your sign, trust me, it is not a coincidence. When the universe wants to speak to you, it sends exactly the right signal, and you are here because you needed to hear this today. Your support as a subscriber or member is what keeps these messages alive. The ones that touch, awaken, and transform lives. And if this video made sense to you, leave your birthday in the comments. Let us now continue with our video.